Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. It's been a while since I did a post this here video, so I thought I'd do one today. I've got 6 items that I've picked out at random, so let's have a quick look. The first one is, well, this is quite obviously a light bulb, and a very cheap looking one at that. So you'll get probably 240 volts in there, AC. Then over here we'll have a bridge rectifier. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there are 4 diodes. You can see on the board there, 4 diodes. That's a bridge rectifier, which basically converts AC to DC for those who don't know. Then you would have thought there'd be a step down converter or something, but there's not. So that was a little bit weird. So how many volts? So that must mean these are probably in series, but even that, don't know if that sounds right really. There's something probably going on here which I'm not familiar with, but yeah, I would expect to see something step down transformer or something. Anyway, so we've got various capacitors and whatever else. And the idea is, of course, that you put your LEDs in there and you make a light bulb. So that's that. Put that back in there. Now usually that sort of thing, like a bulb or whatever, is not really my sort of thing, so probably I've just found it very cheap and bought it. What's next? Next I've got a load of resistors. Sorry, resistors. And these I remember buying these actually because I needed a particular resistor, and I was going short on like 2K I think it was, or something like that. So I bought a massive load of these, and this is really handy because look at all the different values. I mean, sometimes, well, I suppose it's a bit of a weird thing really, but you could have 1,000 resistors that are all the same, and it's not as useful as, say, 100 resistors that are all different. Because you know, this hobby, if you like, lends itself to all sorts of different values. You need to be able to make up all sorts of different resistances. So having a lot of different resistors like this, even if you only get 10 of each value, I find it incredibly useful because you just know that you need to make all these different values, and you know, I think you get the idea. So let's put those back in there. Again, I remember that these were very cheap, although I can't remember the price now, but we'll find out anyway. What's next? Here we have inductors, or coils, I think you could probably call them as well. They're quite heavy actually for what they are. There's no polarity in these, and there should be a value written on them, and I can't see the value. It should be in henries. Here we go, 9 multiplied by 12. 470 UH, and UH is microhenry, so 470 microhenry. I can't remember what I bought them for now, but again, they would have been cheap. So inductors. The next thing, what's this? It's some sort of switch. Now, usually when I buy these things and I open them up, I have a quick look to see what they are, but I've not looked at this one. So what is this? I was thinking it was something like a reed switch, but looking at it closer, I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll have to find out. It looks like some sort of switch or something. Maybe it is a heat control switch or something, I don't know. We'll find out. What's next? Next we've got this, and let's have a look at it. I can get it out. It's a nice board. LEDs around there, a transistor, a switch, CD4017, which I've got no idea what that is, 5 volt supply, capacitors, resistors, and an NE555. 555 is a timer, so it's some sort of well, it's basically some sort of lighting thing which is on a timer, but I don't really know much about that. The components look very, sorry, I don't know what's the matter today, I can't seem to speak properly. The components look very generic. Yeah, some sort of lighting circuit. And what's next? Finally, oh, this looks posh. These look like very, very good quality modules. What are they? So we've got ground, chip select, set, TXDR, XD. So some serial transmitter or serial receiver or something. Can I read the chip? What does it say? No, I can't read it. Beaker or something? BK2461. It'll be like serial links, a serial transmitter or serial receiver or something like that. I've got no idea what the frequency will be. That appears to be what they are. And yeah, they look like they're very good quality. They've got very nice precision tracks, pads, are gold plated. So yeah, serial transceivers probably. Anyway, let's find out where I've got this stuff from and how much it cost. Okay, welcome back. So right, in no particular order, these are the items. 5, I'm sure it was 10. So 5 pieces, 2 times, I don't know exactly what that means, but MKA 14103, gold tone leads, glass, no SPST, which means single pole, single throw, reed switches, so it is a reed switch. So that's interesting, and I paid 99p, but I'm sure there were 10. So maybe I got 2 sets or something, I don't know. And they're from Leisure Good, Shanghai, China. Let's just see what it says here. Maximum switching power, which it doesn't really work like that. It's current. Oh, there you go. Yeah, maximum carrying current 1 amp. Pull in and drop out. I don't really know what that means. Contact resistance 0.1 ohms. Blah 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 blah. The rest of that's not too important to me. I'll tell you what would be cool though is if I actually confirmed what exactly a reed switch is. I think it's some sort of what's the word, like a kinetic sort of switch, but let's have a look anyway. Okay, so looking at Wikipedia, it says it's an electrical switch operated by an applied magnetic field. Right, that's very interesting. So if I was to put a magnet up to it, it would open or close. I think, well, I don't know, I assume one of the contact is magnetic and the other one's not. Well, who really knows? Or maybe you just put a magnet up to it and it forces both of them together. Well, there's a diagram there, but I'm not going to go into that anyway. So back to here, £1 for 5 from Leisure Good. The next item is 38 LED energy saving lamp suite without LED DIY kit UK, and that was £1.5 from Chips-Fans, which I've bought probably hundreds of things from now. And there's a picture of the item from China, of course, and there's a few details. Now it says 2.4 watts, so I don't know how they can say that because I don't know which LEDs you're going to put in. Likewise, that's the same, but nevertheless, in fact, that is a bit dodgy. Voltage 85 to 277. You can't just wire LEDs into. You can't just wire LEDs willy-nilly into something that's 200 volts. That sounds incredibly dodgy, but anyway, I obviously need to research that a bit more. But anyway, £1.5 for 1 from Chips-Fans. Here, 300 pieces times 30 values, quarter watt, 1%, which is pretty good. Metal film resistors, resistance assortment from 2013 cell 32, and this is a good buy. It's a very good buy because it's £1.36 from Hong Kong, and look at the amount you get. It's very good. There's even a chart there. I'm slowly learning this. Well, it's a legend really. I'm slowly learning this legend. Anyway, £1 something for 300. That's very good. And like I said before, it's the assortment which is the important thing for me. So yep, there we go. Next item. Right, now this is interesting. 2.4 gigahertz, 120 meters UART. Now that is very interesting because that's universal asynchronous receiver transmitter, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's basically a wireless serial transceiver, it seems, which that's really interesting because if you were to solder, well, I think I'm right in thinking that if I were to solder that to an Arduino and connect this to a serial to USB converter, I think I could flash an Arduino wirelessly, which wouldn't that be really cool? So I'll have to mess about with this. But £1.3 for one, and I bought two, so £2.6. If you think about it, and it can do that, that's a really, really good thing. So let's see what it says. Channel number 128, communication speed, operating voltage, half duplex, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if you literally can send the signal direct from the USB to serial converter. I think you probably can. Again, this is just something that I need to look into. Yeah, it's actually missing one or two pins. Now, what about reset? Oops, sorry, just knocked the microphone. There's no reset, so that's a pain. So it's wireless, but you'd still have to reset the microcontroller in certain circumstances, which is a pain. Anyway, it's still worth a look. So £2.6 for two from h-quality_electronic, and I've bought stuff from them before as well. The next one is this radial ferrite choke inductor, word inductance, whatever. I've got 20 for £2.42 with free postage from tree.nini or Nini or something. Now I imagine it's not going to say a great deal about this. No, it doesn't. But there you go, that's the item. And the last item was one piece electronic Lucky Rotary Suite DIY kits, production parts and components new from Chips-Fans for 99p with free postage. And there's a picture of it when it's complete. So what exactly is it? It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 things. I take it chooses a number between 1 to 10 and a bit like a set of dice or something, I don't know. Let's have a look. Wheel of Fortune, predict the rotation of the disc to stop. Yeah, so you guess and it lands on one of those LEDs, so it is a bit like a dice. But anyway, cool, so Chips-Fans, 99p, free postage, and there we go. And that's everything from this particular Posters Here session, so as usual, thanks for watching and goodbye.